Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another CSJ podcast, Musings of an INFJ. I'm your host, Jay. And it's a warm summer afternoon here in the Deep South. A lot of rain around. We might get rained on here. I'm under a bit of a roof, but we'll see. Not much of a roof. But let's get started. I wanted to follow up something I said in the previous video, which at the time, I don't know where it came from, and I had to laugh as soon as the video was over. It just came out of the blue. It was not scripted or anything. And I made a comment, and I said, "Specialness is evil." And so I thought a lot about that. I talked a little bit about it with Chase, actually, but I thought a lot about that. And I thought it'd be worthwhile to expand on a little bit. So, yeah, specialness is evil. Specialness from the standpoint of centrism, of thinking you're special, people thinking they're special because of what they have, as opposed to what they do with what they have. And I think that's key. So yeah, I mean, centrism, it's really stifling. And in that video, I think we talked a little bit about that. It stifles our efforts at becoming more wise, more intelligent. It stifles our efforts of becoming more understanding of others, because the focus is on ourselves and projecting ourselves onto other people, onto other things, believing that we are the center of the universe. Yeah, that's evil in my mind. And there are types, because of their quote-unquote rarity, personality types that are considered more rare, who take that rarity as meaning they're special. No. We're going to talk about that. So, but I will concede, and I've long held the belief that there is value in all rarity, and thanks to Ogmandino for that concept. Learned that many years ago in many of his books. Value in all rarity. But to me, it's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. Do you develop what you have? Do you put it to good use? So from that perspective, I don't care if your personality type is the most rare or the most common. There is the possibility, the opportunity to be rare and therefore have value. Value meaning, well, meaningful, being meaningful. So, just going to develop that a little bit. So, a couple of thoughts. When years ago, when my daughter was a teenager, a bit of a difficult time in her life, and she was at a point of change, and she came to me, tears in her eyes, and asked, "Is it okay to change? Is it okay to be something different, to develop yourself? Is it okay to go your own way and not be what other people expect you to be or have come to expect you to be?" And there's a little bit of fear in that. I get it. It actually reminds me of when I was a teenager many years ago, and I guess I was at a similar point as my daughters. Went to asked her, "Is this all that there is in life?" A teenager thinking, "Is this it? Nothing else?" But the point is I think in both cases, and I assume most people, most of you, have had similar points in your life. But those are points where, if you take advantage of them, change can occur, and you can get out of that centrism. You start to want to learn, want to become more understanding. You want to expand your worldview, do things that expand your worldview. So, what do we do with what we've been given? That's the question that we're really asking. Is it okay to change? What do I do with what I've been given? So, if you think about relationships, work, career, life, all those things, we typically think of success. And everybody's got 12 rules for success that, and 10 laws of success this, and those kinds of things. And those are all good. Those principles, for the most part, at least the ones that I know, are good and effective if we adhere to them. But really, I think there's just one rule for success in life, relationships, anything we do. And I think that rule is show up on time, prepared, enthusiastic, and grateful. That's it. Show up on time, prepared, enthusiastic, and grateful. It is no more complicated than that. So if we break it down a little bit, so showing up. Well, so what does showing up mean? Yeah, show up for work, right? If you look around these days, if you just show up, you're ahead of most people. It's actually a little disturbing to me that people place or don't place value on work, and essentially want other people to take care of them. And I'm talking about people who have the capacity to work, the ability to work. But what does showing up mean? It means get involved, take initiative, be the catalyst, get out of your comfort zone. I mean, showing up, if you can show up in whatever aspect we're talking about here, going to a volunteer event, just showing up, you're going to beat 90% of your peers. I guarantee it. You'll be that much ahead of the game. So, for example, yesterday, because I still have to do this. I still have to remind myself of this. So yesterday, I need to get out of the house, and so I decided I'm going to go to the Magic City Octane car event here in town, and I'm going to enter my car in the show, and that's what I did. I got up yesterday morning, 6:30. Okay, I gotta make sure the car's ready. I gotta get it cleaned. I gotta do this, that, and the other. I don't know anybody at the car show. This is the first time I've ever tried to do something like this, but I was bound and determined I was going to show up. So I did. I got out of bed. I got out of my comfort zone. Got the car ready. Got down to the event by 8 o'clock. Got a great location to show the car, and met some nice people in the process. People I would never have otherwise met. We talked about gaining wisdom, gaining understanding. Yeah, you do that by meeting people. Second thing, be on time. So being on time, punctuality, right? But it's more than just being punctual. Being punctual is respect. It's respect to those around you. It's respect for yourself, actually. It's character. It's the building of character. It's about doing it now, not procrastinating. Okay? Raise my hand. I procrastinate. But being on time means not procrastinating, doing it now, being timely, being respectful to those around you. So just a couple of quick stories. I had a professor in grad school, and it was the final semester of grad school. The professor, so everybody's anxious for graduation coming, getting jobs. This is business school, right? So people are going to have already been made offers for well-paying jobs at great companies, but yet we still have to finish this last semester or term of college. So we had a professor who came in first day of class, and he said, all right, if you're going to be late, give me a call, send me an email. If you're going to have to miss class, do the same, please. If you don't, it will affect your grade. And not everyone took the professor seriously. They thought they were, look, I'm getting a $100,000 job, and this is ridiculous. You're just a professor. I mean, this was the attitude. And I don't need to give anybody an accounting of where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be. I mean, I've got a job with Ford Motor Company, for example. Well, halfway through midterm, a lot of students weren't notifying the professor when they'd be late, or they wouldn't be at class. They'd come in late and just sit down, no explanation, disrupting of the class. And when they were called out on it, they were incensed, as though they were entitled. Midterm grades came out, people failing class, not because they'd failed tests, because they had failed on aspects of being on time, respect, character, which was really, this was not an accounting course. In reality, it was how to conduct yourself in business, how to conduct yourself in life. And a lot of folks missed that point. Hopefully they've gotten it since then. I'm sure they have. But be on time. So show up, be on time. Be prepared. All right, be prepared. Paper and pen. If you're going to a meeting, bring a paper and pen to the meeting. Easy enough. You'd be surprised the number of people that come to meetings, come to my meetings, they're not even prepared to take notes. But being prepared is more than paper and pen. I mean, that's the very basic. They can't do that. Being prepared means doing research ahead of time, planning, preparing to be actively involved in the conversation, in the meeting, knowing who is going to be in attendance at the meeting, knowing their positions on a given subject, maybe preparing, knowing why the meeting's being held and being able to bring some constructive solutions. You get the idea. Be prepared. So show up, be on time, be prepared. The fourth one, be enthusiastic. All right, so enthusiasm, energy, it's attractive. It's infectious. People are drawn to it. If you're going to be a Debbie Downer, if you're just going to complain and not offer solutions, nobody's going to want to be around you. You're not going to be a success. This is not just this, and again, this is all these principles not just in business. They're in your personal relationships. There's life, right? Um, um, yeah, there's adversity in things, but are you finding the lessons in adversity? Are you actually looking forward to those lessons? Be enthusiastic. Promotions come to people who are positive. They don't go to people who are negative, who complain all the time. They go to people who are positive, who are engaged, and who are trying to bring their own solution. Your solutions don't have to be the ones taken, but you do have to show some positive engagement, a willingness to participate, and doing so with an attitude of, let's find a way to get this done, right? I'm not a big fan of complainers. Side note, no. And the thing is, don't surround yourself with those people. If you want to be successful, you got to surround yourself with people who have the attitude, who have the work ethic, that are doing all these things themselves. Because their habits will rub off on you, and you'll be seen as part of that group. Don't be part of the group that complains and doesn't get anything done and likes to find ways around the system. You get the idea. So be enthusiastic. And then number 5, be grateful. And I say be grateful because, and I touched on this point a little earlier, is all honest work is honorable, right? All honest work is honorable. Work is a good thing, and we should be grateful for the work that we have. Being grateful also means being humble, finding that respect, that knowledge that we're not all perfect. We have our weaknesses. We need each other. Kind of an interdependent idea, an affiliative idea. I get it, but being grateful is about respecting those around us, as well as respecting ourselves, and knowing that this too shall pass. The reason I say that is we often hear that phrase when things are bad, right? This too shall pass. But it also applies when things are really good. This too shall pass. And when you recognize that the good and the bad in life, that both things will pass, that they'll lead into the other, and it brings a sense of stability, realistic expectation, predictability is really the better word, and allows a more moderation of emotion, of behavior. So this too shall pass, both the good and the bad. It keeps yourself grounded, So here we are, about 20 minutes. I think we beat the rain, at least maybe for another couple minutes. So remember, to me anyway, everybody has their preference, right? Show up on time, prepared, enthusiastic, and grateful. And that's how you do more with what you've been given. That's how you you become valuable, because doing those things is rare. I don't care what type you are. I don't care what type you are. A rare type brings no value unless they do something with the gifts they've been given. And that applies to all 16 types as far as I'm concerned. And so make yourself rare by not being centric, by not being special or thinking yourself special. Make yourself rare in that way. Develop your talents. And show up on time, prepared, enthusiastic, and grateful. It's just as simple as that. And I guarantee you, you'll find success. If you'd like a little help in those, with any of those things, particularly as it relates to your specific type, personality type, that's what coaching's for. And that's why we here at CSJ have coaching in place to help you with those very things. So either with Chase, myself, be happy to. So consider it. And we can talk in terms of your specific type and these principles. Thanks a lot, everybody. See you next time.
What's up, Ego Hackers? Thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button below. That would be the dopest. Also, if you want to see similar videos to this video, just click on any of the videos that you see here so you can go check those out as well. And if you have not taken our personality test to find out your type, please do so at csjoseph.life/discover.